My question concerns the loan guarantee program. And in particular, you know, I live in a world where actions speak a lot louder than words. And we have loan guarantees for renewables. We have loan guarantees for fossil fuel programs. Frankly, some of the actions that we've seen, including what I'll call the gross negligence on the due diligence on Solyndra. I've spent 30 years in the private equity world. I know due diligence, and I have to say on that one, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, it was pretty obvious that the administration was looking to approve something, frankly, absent due diligence. But right now my concern is the $8 billion fossil loan guarantee program, which closed on February 28th. And we saw some of those projects appear to be ones that were submitted in the past. They languished. They were anything but fast-tracked. Actions seem to indicate to many of us the administration's picking winners and losers. They're picking renewables over fossil. They're fast-tracking absent due diligence on renewables while good fossil programs languish. That's what our observations based on results would indicate. So frankly, with the February 28th date, have any of these fossil grants been approved?
Well, no, but first of all, I want to emphasize that the program is not closed. This is kind of a rolling set of applications.
Well, we had the ones that
that was the
were
first,
due February 28th.
That was the first date.
Yes.
The first date, and there'll
Right.
be other dates going forward. Secondly, there are some earlier applications. One in particular was mentioned earlier, coal to liquids, which is dramatically changed by the proposers, and that they have been notified that is going into, well, they were offered to go into the next stage of due diligence, and they have accepted, and so that is now into due diligence, and there were some new proposals that came in as well that I can't discuss at the moment. I must say, you know, I've been at the department for, I don't know now, 11 months, I guess, going on 11 months. And with the current director of the Loan Program Office, Peter Davidson, I would love to get you two together to discuss the program if that's of interest, and you'll be given your background. But I think is very competent, and I have to say I believe that this group is very competent in their due diligence, and I think we could demonstrate that.
Well, can we expect to see a number of programs on the fossil program that was completed on February 20th approved in a rolling method?
Well, that's our intent. But again, we will not approve projects just to hit $8 billion. We will only approve projects if. Okay,
no, I understand. But again, the past would indicate in renewables. In fact, the department prior to your heading it did approve projects for the purpose of approving projects absent due diligence, or Solyndra never would have occurred. So,
well, sure. I mean, again, I'm without getting into Solyndra specifically, I can say that a lot of other renewables projects have been very, very successful. I mean, one example that we like to quote is, in 2009, 2010, as you well know, when debt financing was particularly difficult, the first 5 utility scale photovoltaic projects were given loan guarantees. They're all performing. They all have PPAs.
Well, I understand that, and the time's running short. But let me ask you: have you done an after-action look at Solyndra? What went wrong? What didn't happen? What should have happened to plug what were? Have we learned from our mistakes?
I have not personally done that, but I believe that was done before my arrival, and Solyndra was very early in the program.
I'd appreciate if you could share with our committee what that after-action found, because the staggering amount and the fact that, quite frankly, it's become, the stalking horse that we talk about. It would make, I know, me and others feel good if we learned from the mistakes. That was a very costly waste of taxpayer dollars. Let's hope we get some value out of it to learn from.
Yeah, if I may just add that, I don't want to tie it to the one particular project, but I think the learning process in this group has been very, very clear and very, very substantial. I think they are an extremely strong group in this moment, and that came from lessons learned.
All right. Well, again, I'd like to see what we did. Now, as I close up for right now before we recess, can you tell us the dollar amount of loan guarantees that have closed for renewables? How many, the total? Yeah, the total dollar amount for renewables versus nuclear versus fossil. Closed.
Well, what's closed is $6.5 billion on nuclear.
Okay.
Roughly $8+ billion on advanced vehicles. So that's a 15 billion. Subtract that from 32. So we're at 17. Probably renewables.
And none for fossil.
Not yet. I don't believe any have closed on fossil yet. But that's the current the current call.
Thank you. Thank you very much.